I've been doing self-improvement for 2 years now, and I believe that self-improvement is and always will be a way of life. It's not a fad or a phase that you go through. And for me, it all starts from up here. If you don't think that you can improve, then you're never going to improve. It's the same way for self-improvement. It's the same way for sports, mindset, exams, everything. Then it comes through in your actions. You've got to act improvement and you've got to do improvement. It's not just about talking the talk. You've got to be able to walk it. I mean, setting goals is a great way to start your self-improvement journey and looking at where you're at. But if you don't take action, then you're no better than someone who's not on improvement. Do you know what I mean? And then the final thing is you've got to be improvement. You know, it's not just about thinking and doing self-improvement. You've got to also be it. You've got to be a role model for yourself and anyone else who's going to follow in your footsteps. Whether that's family or friends or even a community that you build online. There's no point in trying to just fake it. You've really got to be about the self-improvement life. And it's not easy, you know. I see a lot of content online that's just catered for a clickbait, improvement quick, or get rich quick, or get fit quick audience. And it's kind of fake, man. I mean, I started 2 years ago and I tried to do everything at once. I tried to look good. I tried to feel good. I tried to think good. And I tried to act good all straight away. And it's not that easy. You know, self-improvement, the beautiful thing about it is there's so many different aspects to it. You've got fitness, you've got productivity, you've got mindset, you've got relationships, you've got friendships, the whole social side of it. You've got goal setting, you've got businesses if you really want to go down that route, although it's not compulsory. You've got spirituality, you've got psychology. There's so many different aspects of self-improvement, and there's so many different fields that you can extend it to, like sports, going to the gym, being good at your job, being good in a relationship, being good as a friend. So there's so many different areas and applications of self-improvement. But if you think that you are just going to go in a phase for self-improvement for a couple years and then come out of it and not have to do anything again, then you might as well not do it in the first place. It is a long journey, and anyone who tries to promise you that self-improvement can be done with just a few little things, they're lying. They're either selling you a fake dream or they're trying to get views. And I'd rather try and keep it real where I can. There are certain things that you can do to improve quicker, an aspect of self-improvement. For example, essence of weight loss in fitness is to eat less, exercise more. That, if you're going for weight loss, that is the ultimate process. There's all sorts of diets, keto diet, carnivore diets, even vegan diets. You know, that's all a means to an end. But at the end of the day, if you don't eat less and if you don't exercise more, then you're not going to lose weight. And I feel like there's different ways to skin a cat, and that's what self-improvement is about. I'm someone who has my own views on self-improvement based on what I've experienced and what I've learned. 100 other guys will have different ways of describing it and their process than I do. But the people who are doing it right will tell you that it's not done within a day, a month, a year, even a decade. It's a lifelong thing. And I've only been doing it for 2 years, but I already know that I'm in it for the long haul. Other thing that I found that you really want to nail down quickly if you're just getting started with it is you've got to try and not spread yourself too thin. It can be very easy, and this is what I did. In 2022, I was overweight, I was thinking negatively, my skin didn't look good, and I thought I could just tackle all these things at once and I'm going to be there. But if you're just getting started with it, I'd say pick one thing, and pick one thing that matters the most to you, not what matters to someone else. You know, if you think that you're at a good weight, for example, but your friends think, you should bulk up, man, or you should lose a lot of weight because you're looking quite fat. If they say that to you, but you are happy with the weight that you are, and I mean, you will know if you are at the right weight, you know, and I don't want to go into any tangents here, but yeah, you'll know what the right weight is for you. If you look in the mirror and you're happy with how you look, by all means, then you don't need to focus on that right now. You may need to focus on it eventually if there are some health problems that come up, but if you feel okay about, for example, your weight right now, then you don't need to worry about it when you're getting started. If though, for example, your skin is looking quite flaky or it's just quite dirty and others are noticing that and you feel dirty as well, then you probably want to start on that. Whatever is affecting you the most, because you'll be able to build quick wins that way and it will just build so much momentum. You know, if you're working a job and you're happy with it, and you know, you feel comfortable and you don't really feel that you need to change your job or anything like that, then there's really no point of going into the business side of self-improvement, because that takes a lot of sacrifice and that takes a lot of dedication and knowing that you're on the right path, even if others and society around you is saying no, or your bank account saying no. The business and entrepreneurship, it's something that I may go into eventually, but if you're just getting started with self-improvement and you're in a comfortable job and you don't really feel like you want to leave that or need to leave that right now, then focus on something else that's going to get you the quick wins. Maybe productivity is going to be the quick win for you. And so I just think that we have self-improvement. We think about self-improvement in the wrong way. And if you're not in it for the long haul, then you don't need to do it. And there's just so much pressure on everyone to improve and be the best version of themselves. And it has to come from within. That's why I say you've got to be improvement. Because if it doesn't really come from within and you're just doing it to impress others and you're not doing it for yourself and you're doing it just because everyone else is doing it, then you're not going to see the good results. You're not going to wake up a year from now and think, do you know what? I'm happy I'm on this journey. I'm happy that I'm doing this. I'm happy that I'm doing that. You're just not, because it's kind of what my teacher said to me back when I was in school. And at the time I was trying to pick a degree to go for at university, and I wanted to do computer science, but I never did IT at a younger level. I just wanted it for the money. And he said to me that if you do something just for the sake of money, then when you wake up on those days where it's hard and you're just doing it for the money and you're not really doing it for the passion of it or for the love of it, then you're going to want to roll up and quit. Whereas if you do something that you enjoy, and yeah, it may not be bringing in that much money at first, but if it's something you're truly passionate about, on those days where it's hard, you're going to want to grind through it. You're going to want to find a way to get out the other side. And that's how I think about personal growth and personal development, self-improvement, however you want to dress it. That's how I feel about it. Like, if you're doing it just for the validation of others, no point. If you're doing it because you're generally interested in it and you want to see where you can go, then do it. Go for it with all your heart's content. And so I just wanted to drop another quick car video on this because, again, it's just such an important issue, and you can't get started with self-improvement until you realize why you want to do it. If you've ever read the book Start With Why by Simon Sinek, 100% I recommend that book. It is a little bit more tailored for businesses at sometimes in the book, so you may want to skip past that if you're just starting out and you're a bit younger, like let's say your early 20s. But the point of it is, when you start something, a journey or any project that you pursue with the goal, the main why behind it, and you keep building that strong why so that when you have those tough moments, then you can go back to that, it's going to keep you in the game for a lot longer. And that's what it comes down to. Self-improvement is not about how much you can improve in a certain amount of time. It's not about to make massive transformations in the space of like 6 months. It can happen, and if that happens to you, great. But self-improvement, from my limited experience of 2 years on it, is all about skin in the game. The longer you're in it, the longer you keep your mind open to new possibilities and new ways of doing things, the more you'll enjoy it. The more that you chase success, if you don't define it in your own terms, the more you chase things that you don't really want and you're just doing for the sake of doing it and hopping on trends, the less you're actually going to have, the less skin in the game you're actually going to have, and the more burnt out you're going to get very quickly. So if you want to know how you can start to try and piece together what your values are and what really drives you to improve in life, then you're going to want to check out this video right here. And remember that every step, no matter how big or small, is progress. Peace.